I've been marketing for 30 years now, and in this video we're going to set the groundwork for how to stop wasting your marketing budget by leveraging themes. First, a bit of background. About myself, I'm kind of a logical and linear thinker, and I'm actually not really that creative. That said, I'm smart enough and I get annoyingly hooked on trying to solve challenges and figure things out. Now, when I was new in business and marketing way back in the 90s, there was no online marketing. As well, I had a lot darker head of hair at the time too, but that's a different topic. Anyhow, I was in awe of the professional marketers I met. They were just so confident. They had a great handle on all these strategies and approaches. And I really couldn't understand why they did what they did, and I thought they must be just brilliant to have it all figured out. And really, they just seemed to know things that I didn't. Now, I gotta share with you, it never occurred to me that they were full of crap. Well, it turns out that was the case. And it's not that traditional marketing doesn't work, it's just that really the way marketing is practiced and the way it's taught was meant for huge corporations with massive budgets. And these same approaches just don't work for normal businesses. While launching What Works Marketing and the What Works Academy, I've spent a ton of time learning how to explain what works. I had a real breakthrough when I came up with my own way to explain marketing themes. Simply put, small businesses need to look at their strategic options and pick the areas they can succeed at and get truly focused on those areas. Many of these areas actually have little to do with the paid services we offer, but I'd love to explain this and have this concept help you stop wasting your marketing budget. Let's have a look. Before we get into marketing themes, let's ask ourselves, what is marketing anyhow? In truth, it's something that means different things to just about every company. Let's consider it to be all the efforts that go into getting clients to choose your company. And I'll share that with 30 years in marketing and the last 15 as a digital agency owner, I've observed that a huge percentage of companies are wasting their marketing budget by doing the wrong things or spreading themselves too thin. That said, the companies I've seen succeed, and this is something that I looked at kind of in reverse, looking at all the companies we've worked with and I've gotten to know over the last 15 plus years, they always seem to know what they're doing because they follow one or more themes. So looking into marketing themes, if you figure out your themes and adopt them, it really brings clarity to things like search engine optimization, social media, and just about every other marketing tactic or channel. And if embraced, they're actually very easy to understand, and they get your team on the same page regarding your marketing objectives. It becomes really easy to see why, or in some cases why not, you need to use these various marketing channels, and then how you should use them when you truly know your themes. So, in looking at considerations for your themes, of course, first there's your company goals and what you want to have happen. Next, there's your market. Are you trying to reach purely a local market? Is it a niche market? Sort of what's the geographic distribution of your market? Can you get to them in person? All that sort of stuff. Do you have to go online? Next, of course, is your clients. Who is your ideal client and what is the persona of the client that you're trying to reach? What did they need to get from you to want to become a client? Looking at urgency. How soon do you need your marketing to pay off? Are you looking at things that will bring in cash next month or this quarter? Are you investing things, say for instance, like your long-term branding that really aren't going to pay off this year? They might to a certain extent, but maybe they're much longer term things. And you need to think about that, or you might be doing all the right things and be hitting successful milestones, but if your level of need and urgency is high, you might give up because the end goals are not happening quick enough. And then of course the skills. What skills do you have internally, and or what skills can you afford to hire if you're not doing it internally? And then when you've sorted all those things out, there's this one sweet spot right in the middle where all these things intersect. And I can tell you these areas are very different for different companies, but almost every company has one of those sweet spots. And once you find that, it's just huge. It can be business changing and quite frankly, as a business owner, life changing. So In looking at the common marketing themes that I've identified, again, looking at hundreds of companies over the last bunch of years, one thing that's really important to note is that these aren't exclusive to online marketing or offline, and in fact, almost all of them really benefit by a combined effort. Another thing is you can do and focus on multiple themes, but it's really important to identify your main one first and get great at it before adding more themes. Again, to the point where I was saying that a lot of companies dilute their efforts. Doing a lot of things poorly or in a mediocre manner is nowhere near as valuable as being great at something. And then once you're great at something, you're going to be making money off it, and you can add more efforts, more resources, and knock down the other efforts, or rather areas. So some of the common themes that I've seen and have dabbled in virtually all of them at one time or another, with the possible exception of the brand leader one, not great on the graphics and branding front in the companies I've been in. But that said, networking is a huge one. As a small company owner, you can more or less drive all the business you need through networking if it's something that you're willing to embrace. Thought leadership is huge, especially if you're online. Becoming a thought leader in something is really valuable because it helps build credibility and trust in an environment where there's not a lot of it. You can become a community leader and be known very favorably within your community as somebody that cares about the community, and that can carry a lot of weight. Becoming an advertising leader can be huge. It's a challenging one, mind you, but that said, the rewards are quite huge, and the better you get at it, the more barriers to entry you create for other companies. You can become a fantastic promoter and really good at promoting your services, which is a bit of a different beast. You can also become a client cheerleader. For some of us introverts who are hesitant about talking about ourselves, you can shout off the rooftops about how great your clients are in a manner that builds your own marketing and builds demand for your own products. You can become a brand leader. You can devote yourself to being the most distinctive and known brand in your space. You can become, the last one I have here is becoming a niche specialist. That is one of the most powerful ones, and if there's a big enough niche market for you to access, again, just ridiculously powerful, and there are some very specific ways you go about doing that. So with that said, that's it for today, and I really hope that you join us and watch the videos about the specific themes, and I really think they can help you identify your own themes and drive your business further with your marketing. Thank you.